All right, guys, so I have one more step to do with you, and that is step 4, recording your progress. So I'm just going to scroll through my computer here because trying to print it out, my printer is not working. All right, so basically you have a chart here. This is where we're going to be tracking how your plants are doing. Remember, you are supposed to be doing at least 3 plants. My suggestion is either 2 things that grow fast, like tomatoes, and 1 thing that grows slow, like an avocado pit or a pineapple top. Or you can do 3 of the same plant. You can do 3 tomato plants, whatever you'd like to do, but you have to have a minimum of 3 plants. So as you can see here, right here, we've got the name of the plant and the type, meaning that was it grown from a seed or was it grown from a clipping? So for example, I have tomatoes. So I have 1 type of tomato. I'm going to call that BK, black crim tomato. And that I grew from seeds. Sorry guys, it's hard to type with one hand. All right. The next one I have is just a regular old store tomato. So I'm going to put it as store tomato. Because I just basically took slices of a tomato from the store and planted them in a pot. The day and the date, I did this yesterday. So you could do this one of 2 ways. You could do it as day 1. And then you could actually, I would write day 1 and then the date, or planted these on Sunday, and then the date. So the date was 4/19/2020. Okay. Amount of water given. So I didn't actually measure the water this time with my seedlings. I actually used a spray bottle. So I would write spray bottle, which a spray bottle is the better option for your seeds at this point if you're starting them from seeds. Once they start to germinate or grow, then you can say hi to Max right there. That's Maxie hanging out, making sure I'm doing my work. So you can put a spray bottle. You could say that you did, I don't know, 6 sprays or something like that. Some sort of way that you're measuring water. Once the plants germinate and you start seeing little seedlings growing, then you can start saying, okay, I'm going to give 15 milliliters of water today, or 1 ounce of water today. You don't have to use the metric system. I prefer you use the metric system, but if the measurement tools that you have in your house are or mom or grandma's baking cup, well then that is fine for me. There is metric on the baking cups though, by the way, guys. Germination. One of your analysis questions is to look up what germination is. Once you figured out what germination is or what it means, did it happen yet? I'll give you a hint. No. They have not happened yet with my plants because I literally just planted them. So I'm going to say 10 sprays. I'm going to do Sunday, 4/19/20. All right. Height. Well, we don't have a height yet because we literally just planted them. So you can put NA for now. Amount of sunlight. This is where your estimation skills are going to come in handy. I'm going to say my plants maybe got 3 hours of sunlight. Because I planted them in the backyard and then I moved them into my mom's office where she also keeps her plants, which is kind of the little greenhouse. So maybe 3 hours, maybe. That might be a little too much, but whatever. That's fine. Put something down. And then observations, etc. I did put a note in here if you're growing an avocado pit. I am growing an avocado pit as well. You will need to change the water every 3 days until it's time to plant. You can keep track of this in the observations, etc. column. Here is your observations, etc. column. So if I was growing I am growing an avocado pit. So I'm going to type all that in my 3rd row, but I'm going to write water change. Right? So in theory, if I look back on my chart, I will have avocado pit here. Avocado. I'm going to put avocado. We can put pit in parentheses. Hi, Siren. Sorry, my other dog, she wants some attention. This is Siren. Hi, Princess. What are you doing? And this is my supervision crew right here, guys. They're making sure that I'm doing my work for you, right? Okay. Back to my avocado pit. Right? So I'm gonna fill all that in. I'm gonna say it's not getting 10 sprays because according to the video that I have posted on this assignment page, guys, avocado pits need to hang out in a cup of water for up to 3 weeks until they start to germinate. From the video that I took of you guys when I showed the materials, I showed you my avocado pit. It has a split already, so it's going to start germinating hopefully within the next week or two. I have been having my avocado pit in a cup of water for about a week now. So I'm just gonna put NA for that. Germination, not yet. Water change, height of seedling, we're not measuring that yet, so I put NA there. Amount of sunlight, oh, I don't know, it's sitting near the kitchen window, so we'll go with 6 hours. Water change, I'm gonna put, and then also seed split. Today's the first day that I noticed the seed is starting to split, or seed beginning split. Okay. So basically, this is how you're going to fill out this chart. You're going to put your name of your plants. Hopefully you labeled them. If you're doing all of the same plant, you need to make sure you label them tomato plant 1, tomato plant 2, tomato plant 3. You can give them human names if you want. This is tomato plant Hank. This is tomato plant Phil. Whatever you guys want to do, just to make sure you are able to keep track of each individual plant. Or groups of plants. For example, I have potatoes, right? I could go back and label on my little potato planter that I made out of the milk carton. I could make a 1, a 2, and a 3. I could do that, or I could measure them as a whole. It might be easier just to go back and individually label the potatoes, but you know, I'll get to that when I get to that. So I'm gonna finish filling in my chart. You can print this page out. It is the last page. You also have analysis questions as well that you are going to be expected to answer. Please note question number 6, where it says, insert a photo of your quarantine garden. You're going to have to take a picture and upload it into your Word document of your 3 or more plants. You can grow more than 3 plants if you have the space and you want to, especially if your family's into this. Definitely. Growing your own food is definitely one of the more fun things about this time of year. It's something that me and my dad have done since I was a kid, and I definitely enjoy it. I will probably always have tomato plants. I will show you guys where my dad and I plant our tomato plants. We do not have a big garden. We actually do what we call patio tomato plants, where we have tomato plants that are just in really, really large containers of dirt. And we've been growing them like that since I can remember. So you don't always have to have a ton of real estate and a ton of space to grow a garden, to grow food. One of my friends, she lives in a small apartment in White Plains, and she grows herbs out of her kitchen window. She has a little planter that sits in her kitchen windowsill, and she grows common herbs like basil and dill, cilantro, and things like that. And she uses them in her cooking. So, you know, that's also another option. Is to grow herbs that you and your parents or you and your guardians can use in your cooking. So, you know, just the point of this is to learn how to grow something, show you guys how easy it is to grow things. And, you know, hopefully you get the rewards at the end of the growing season in September. You'll get some cool stuff starting in August through probably October when it's harvest season. So stick with it. If you have any questions, please email me. Hopefully this video helps a little bit with explaining how I want you guys to keep track. Don't forget to scroll up through here where I have my little tips section. I might have just passed it. There it is, my little tips section. Take these seriously. It's a lot easier when you have a plan and when you're organized. My 7th graders, you guys, because 7th and 8th graders doing this project, so my 7th graders, think back to your paper airplanes about having a plan before you go in for the move, right? So plan it out. Think about what you want to grow. What can you get from your kitchen? What do you have in the house? What can you get from the store if you can get anything from the store? I did include some links in here definitely for both the soil as well as to purchase seeds. So you can purchase seeds on Amazon and you can purchase soil on Amazon. If you need to do any of those things, please let me know ahead of time. We're going to be doing this project probably through until we get back to school. Right now, our return plan date is, I believe, May 16th. The governor of New York has closed schools until May 15th at the latest. So we will definitely be working on this and doing some stuff about plants and what's going on in the springtime for the rest of the month that we are going to be virtual learning. All right, so get to planting. If you need any help, please text me or email me. Remember, guys, we are submitting things through the assignments tab on Teams. I will no longer be accepting assignments through email or through chat. So please stop sending me your assignments through the chat feature. I'm not going to accept it. You need to actually upload that document into the Teams assignment tab for that assignment. And I have attached with every assignment for the past 3 weeks, I have attached how to upload an assignment into Teams. Okay? All right. Good luck. Happy planting. Contact me with any questions. Miss you guys like crazy. Have a wonderful week.